This Liberty Sports Update is brought to you by Beacon Credit Union.
All right, fall practice is in the books for the Flames baseball team. We're visiting now with the head coach, Scott Jackson, to talk about fall practice and also to look ahead to the upcoming 2020 baseball schedule. Coach, everything's over and done with now. You feel like you kind of have a good idea of where you guys are heading into the spring?
I do, yeah. You know, one of the frustrating parts was not quite being 100% healthy in the fall. That was a first for me as a head coach and trying to manage that. And, you know, we got through it okay. Probably would have liked to have seen some more out of some guys just as far as not production, but just being available. Yeah, that was one frustration, but I like where we are. I thought it was an evaluation process with some of the new guys that we needed and we got. And so now we'll get back to the grind and get in the weight room and try to address some of the things that we know need to get better here before February 14th.
Couple games against Virginia and East Carolina. ECU was on the road. Hadn't had a chance to visit with you about that one. But overall, playing these games, how much does that help you in your evaluation?
It really does. I think it gets the players' attention on, just some areas they need to work on, just kind of – with the new guys understanding what it's like, especially to go on the road against East Carolina, which, is an unbelievable program. That was really good for us. And, I think it's a good measuring stick. I think it's one of the better decisions that the NCAA's made for baseball in the last few years. And I think it's something that's a valuable resource for us to be able to use. And we did that this fall. So looking forward to addressing those things and continuing to move forward.
You've got some veterans back on this team, as you said, some newcomers as well. Have you sensed a bit of confidence or whatever you want to call it with the guys that are coming back with having coming off the championship?
I think so. I think just a level of, okay, we've been there and now we know what the potential of the program is as far as being able to reach the tournament, what it takes, and then, hopefully being able to take that next step. So I think confidence is a great word. I think you've got to have that. I think those guys know that having a chance to go out there and be at your best and to relax and not put so much pressure on maybe one at bat or one inning or one hitter and, to be able to get back on the horse and do some things. I think, when you have a veteran team and a lot of returners, some guys kind of settle in and they're able to focus a little bit more and address some of those things that are a little bit more narrow-minded rather than, how much playing time am I going to get? Am I fighting for my job every day? And I saw some of that this fall and some guys able to maybe step out of their comfort zone a little bit and work on some things. So it was productive and looking forward to seeing what those guys can do for us this spring.
What's the addition of Matt Williams done to your staff at the pitching coach spot, and how much has he been able to kind of improve some of these guys?
Well, I mean, Matt brings an unbelievable amount of experience. He's worked with a lot of arms. I think coming from professional baseball really helped, not just him, but our program and some of the things with the technology that's going on in pro ball. And, you start to maybe open up a different side to some guys. I think it maybe helps you rethink some things. He's really helped me step back and look at some things from a different angle, maybe really rethinking, who this guy really is based on some of the data. Matt's he's a big believer in the day-to-day process, which fits great with our program and just going through the week or, going through the fall, really saying, how good can I be every day instead of just one, particular performance. And, I want to be good on the days that I'm not scheduled to pitch in a scrimmage and, just the mentality and the thought process that goes with being who you want to be and, trying to get better at each and every day with every single little thing that you do. And, he's done that for our guys, and I've seen the progress with some of those guys. I mean, Joe Adamet's made some huge strides for us. David Erickson did. It was good to see, and I think it's just the tip of the iceberg for us with him as our pitching coach.
Let's talk about the schedule a little bit here. Opening up 3 games at Clemson. Let's just jump right in, right?
Yeah. Well, I've always enjoyed playing down there, and it's a good environment. It's going to be a little bit, rowdy and hostile, which is good for our guys. And, for us to be able to get out there right away against some arms like that, I think gives you a chance to settle in and really see where you are, and it challenges you. And when you go on the road right out of the gate like we did last year, I think you got to bring your best. I know you got to bring your best, and you got to ratchet it up a little bit. And I think it sets the tone really well. Not just the Clemson series, but going to Ohio State, going to UNC Wilmington. Those are all programs that were in a regional last year, and here we are on the road, trying to give it our best shot. So I think it's a big challenge for us and one that I can't wait to tackle.
And a lot of home games up front as well. Did you see a benefit of that last year?
I did. I thought it was something that you and I talked about a lot. It was something that I thought was good for us to be able to kind of settle in here and realize what it takes and the style of play that we build our roster around and how it shows up in our ballpark and how it helps us. So, when you can do that and you can hopefully give yourself a little bit of a chance to be here, get in the routine, be comfortable. I think when it comes back to you and you've got some big conference weekends, there's a lot of familiarity with kind of the process and the routine and the way we do things during the season at home. So I'm looking forward to it. It's a challenging schedule again, and that's the way I like them.
All right, Coach. Appreciate the time and looking forward to the spring.
All right. Thanks, Nick.